We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
You're here. You must come see. Look there. New buds. The arbor heart is recovered. And as she and I are as one, I feel renewed myself. You saved her. I will never forget this debt of gratitude as long as I live. The arbor heart seems gladdened to have new life in her boughs. It is joyous to behold. Fortunate I am that we crossed paths. Perhaps we can journey outside the arbor together again someday.
Ingredients are plentiful here.
All is well, thanks to you. Perhaps we can journey out.
Tis clear we are
What? I have a request. Will you hear it? I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. You deserve a reward.
I've got you. Use this chance to recover.
That's it. I've had enough.
gear for the morrow.
Whoa! Not my kind of place,
This is too much.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Pull that off with nary a hitch. It will be a rude shock for our foe to find you pinched their loot.
If we mastered that attack, we would be invincible.
Oh, a ballista!
Let us make use of this during battle. I've no doubt we'll catch our foes unawares.
Seems we've stumbled into Saurian territory.
Bolts of lightning shan't do us any good against it. Right where I want you.
Oh, what luck! 'Tis a chest.
Not all chests contain treasure, you know.
waiting on that report. I'll take the night watch. Desperate, get it.
As soon as my shift's done, I'm off to the tavern.
Like it or not, I must go where duty calls me.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
I have a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your...
Might there be aught over there?
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
And before I forget, hesitation bogs you down, but it needn't. Your journey's just begun. Walk it proudly, and you'll do just fine.
Of course. And I'll be sure to watch you, that I might learn from the best. At last, the moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
Was this ox cart assailed? 'Tis in a dreadful state.
Be on your guard, lest we meet a similar fate.
One cannot be too careful.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but different masters favor different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
My magics are at your disposal.
Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
Well, I'm sure that this gloom has an eerie cast.
Lucky us. That's worth taking.
That was outstanding, if I do say so myself.
Would that we might always be so in step, eh?
Have at me. I'll gladly take on any number of foes.
If we must, let us finish this quickly.
Very well, I must. Let us see what you're made of.
Flesh wound. I can handle that. Hold on, stay right there.
Whenever I see so much as a gleam of treasure, I cannot help but want to claim it, however far it may be from our goal.
I dare say that's part and parcel of the adventurer's trade.
Let me be the one to collect it.
This material is just what we need to better our equipment.
Huzzah! This has put me in a grand mood.
Well, well. Colour me surprised.
My magics are at your disposal. Pull that off and a hitch. Could be a rude shot for our foe to find you pins their loot.
This is an obstacle I'd sooner be rid of. I can attack at a moment's notice, Master. Shall I assist?
Tread carefully. Sludges are about.
Seems our foe is resistant to fire.
But of course, Arisen, you may depend upon me.
Huzzah! What a team we make, Arisen! Oh! I'd not have thought we'd find one here.
At least all our efforts weren't for naught. Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
The fiend unknown is the most perilous.
If you need that destroyed, I'm your pawn. Shall I assist?
My magics are at your disposal. Methinks there are rare materials to be found hereabouts.
Well, well, that's quite a discovery.
Ooh, if 'tisn't the Arisen. Come to check up on me, have ya? Well, I'm faring just fine. In fact, I've done it! See? 'Tis a blaze hammer. All that's left is to get this to the forge outside the cave. I hope you're ready, Arisen, as there's not a moment to spare. Follow me, and quickly.
Make haste for the cave exit!
Tis still scalding hot. Let's strive to keep it that way. Hurry, we're nearly there now. 'Tisn't looking good. The hammer's lost near half its heat. We've made it out at last. Good on you for keeping up. Right, now to do what I came here for, then it's back to the smithy for the finishing touches.
We shall have to crane our necks to spot our foes in a place like this.
Let us proceed with caution.
My magics are at your disposal. I've never seen all like this. I'd wager my own master would be astounded to learn it.
That took nary a moment. Now that we're here, what did you have in mind, Arisen?
Look around if you must, but be sure to buy aught.
You bird-brained buffoon! Where have you been?
Brooker! Sorry,
There's no time for apologies, girl. We've got to get that blade on the anvil, lest the blaze hammer's treatment be for naught. You're the first apprentice of mine with the gumption to do aught like this. You got the blaze hammer work done, and you did it right. But the hardest part's what comes next. I'll walk you through what's needed, though I dare say 'tis one of the few lessons I've left to teach you. You've proven yourself this day, Sarah. You're the one fit to carry on my techniques and this smithy. But not if you're gonna stand there and gawk. To the forge with you, girl!
Come in, Brooker. Hi, Arisen. I've been waiting for you. Here it is. Your Regalia sword. Looks newly forged, doesn't it, eh? Brocker had me working on it for hours. Got nary a wink of sleep. But owing to that, methinks it turned out real fine. I only hope you're pleased with it. 'Tis as much your success as mine. So much has changed for me since you first brought that sword to the smithy. I feel as if I'm finally on the path to becoming a blacksmith in my own right. Thank you, sir, for all you've done on my behalf. I hope you're pleased with how the sword turned out. I certainly am. I'm going to keep learning all sorts of techniques till I'm no longer an apprentice, but a blacksmith. Expect great things of me, you hear?
Come to think of it, had things only turned out differently at the coronation, what baleful art could grant one other than the Arisen control over pawns?
Looking for aught in particular?
I wish I could go on an adventure.
You've got to get some dogs quickly.
Ah, how I've longed to embrace my bedrock. just as daunting to battle Cyclopes there as here, and taking aim at their eyes no less thrilling.
A good sleep does wonders.
Off we go then.
Oh, I don't know about you, but I am full of vim and vigour.
Lost track of time.
Soon as my shift's done, I'm off to the tavern.
Ought to set my nose to the ground.
Well met, sir. How much stomach's
Wonder if there's any...
Interested in my... Hoy! Looking to... No need to overthink it. You can change it on a whim. You've naught to lose. Well, got any findings to share? Many thanks.
Show them up. That's what I'll do. I'm a master of the craft.
Naught better to do than chinwag with an old man.
With Brocker's teachings under my belt, there. So ask away. My hammer is at your disposal, sir. Pleasure doing business with you.
Well, it takes two to make a sale, and this seller had nothing to tempt us with. Our funds are better spent elsewhere.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch, in my case.
Me? I sell defensive. Now, this hardly bears saying, but don't... Many thanks.
Welcome, and well met.
Dear, that's the wrong one.
Ah, apologies. Thank you, my darling. Fie. My vision's growing worse by the day, I fear. Methinks it began when I started reading an old grimoire I found whilst tidying the storeroom. 'Tis entitled On the Transference of Souls. A curious tome, this. It claims to grant the reader the power to summon things from beyond the rift. I thought I might use it to stock my shelves with otherworldly wares. Perhaps you will think me simple. But truly, all I want is a better life for my wife and daughter. Yet 'tis most vexing. For the moment I start reading the tome, 'tis as if a fog descends over my eyes. But mayhap there is hope for me yet. If I can get my hands on a quince. They're said to reduce fatigue of the eyes. Would you be kind enough to procure one for me? I must keep reading that grimoire.
I've heard quinces are native to Batal. Shall we see if we can't find some?
I must earn.
Now here's a welcome sight.
I don't tell half as many lies as my parents. My head hurts just thinking about it. What am I supposed to do?
No sense travelling when I'm happiest here.
Pray, slow your feet! You run too fast for the likes of me! I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I inquire as to what's become of the Regalia sword? So this is how the sword looked in its glory days of yore. 'Tis splendid to behold. I thought the blade ought to be restored for its history, but seeing it like this, I feel it means something more. Something greater. Pray, give my thanks to the blacksmith who repaired it. 'Tis fine work she has done. Impeccable, I should say. And you, Sir Arisen, you have my sincerest gratitude. You have breathed life anew into one of our kingdom's most sacred treasures. I can imagine no worthier symbol of a sovereign's majesty. I await the day it shall adorn your noble hip with bated breath.
You're no soldier, are you? I'd not recommend camping. You'll awake neath a blanket of ash. I can give you a roof over your at least. Much obliged.
I assume you haven't forgotten the delivery we were to make here, Arisen?
A simple word of thanks would make our labors feel worthwhile.
It's no great shock to me.
Time for a few sips. Bollocks. Well now, if it ain't the current Arisen. Faring all right? Have you come for a dip in the hot spring? Or mayhap to speak with me? Is that right? Suppose I can indulge you a moment. Consarn it. This bottle's empty.
I'll gather these now.
Well now, have you come for a dip in the hot spring? Aye. That's the stuff. Thanks for this, cuz. Yeah, too kind. Warms you right up, it does. You're welcome to bring me more of it. Suppose you deserve aught for your trouble. Here you are, cuz.
Good, we're here.
Well now, have you come for a dip in the hot spring? Or is that right? Suppose I can consarn it. This well now, have you come for a dip in the hot spring? Brilliant. That's kind of ye. I was just craving some more of this. But what are you hoping for, cuz? Some sort of boon? Suppose I could oblige a fellow Arisen. What? Hadn't you noticed? That's a bit embarrassing, eh? I'm a former Arisen. Mine, one who couldn't fell his dragon. And if there's aught more shameful than that, I've yet to hear of it. In my case, it all came down to a lack of skill. Mayhap I could fell such a beast now, but my dragon's long gone. Brings a tear to your eye, don't it? But don't cry for me, cuz. Just know that you've got my full support. I'll be glad to see ye succeed where I once failed. Only, don't do it for me. Do it for yourself. Bring your dragon low, and taste glory eternal.
Sir, a carcass.
I've just remembered. I've got something for ye, cuz. Here ye are. Reckon ye'll make good use of it. Care to join me for a glug or three, cuz? Is that right? Have at it.
Come to think of it, we've already found what's needed here. It's
greetings. Its healing waters draw upon. Always a pleasure.
Glendor has found his way back to us.
Trisha is Farming might look like...
Applause! Gold's worth its weight.
If you don't mind, sir.
I fear I'll make for poor.
I warn you, I'm...
I only hope my best is good enough.
There's no place I'd rather be.
A lonely place. But not oh dear, I'm falling asleep.
Times are hard, and fair is scraping by.
could stay in here all day. I found a place with some useful materials for enhancing our equipment. I've marked...
Lots to do. Have precious little time.
How can I get this colour to come out brighter?
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Right. We've had our soak, so let's get underway before the rejuvenating effects of the spring wear off.
'Tis easily done.
A treasure chest? My mistake. It is merely another spot for gathering materials.
You're no soul. I'd not recommend camping. You'll awake neath a blanket of ash. I can give you a roof over your head, at least. Much obliged.
A sorcerer? Huh. Your magics will be a welcome boon.
I'll not allow a single enemy.
I've weapon. Truth be told, I'm of half a mind. To pack up and leave. Well, always a pleasure.